These are the top 7 most underrated weapons in TF2, both in comp and a little bit in pops. These are weapons I believe to be viable, but people don't use them because they're Nazis. So let's start. Number 7. COSI Camper. While this weapon is used by some players, Razorback and Jurati are definitely more popular. Personally, I use this because both the regen and the no flinching thingy, it's so good when people are trying to make you flinch. It's just easy to hit the opponent then. Though the weapon used to be worse. It used to have some penalties. I don't remember when they removed it, but I still used the weapon back then when it was worse. Now that the penalty is gone, it's even better. If you're as bad as a sniper as I am, this is good against sniping heavies. They'll try to shoot you like far away to make you flinch, but nah. You'll be just fine. The only problem is, if you're a combo sniper, you get constant heals, then you have no use for the regen. But the non-flinch is still really good. If I didn't use the COSI Camper, I would use SMG, just because, short range. I mean, mid-range, short range. Yeah, short range. This is 7th on the tier list because it's not that unusual to see this weapon. Number 6. Scorcher. While this weapon is more common than COSI Camper, it is usually only used with the Phlogistinator. Since the release of this weapon, I have called it the detonator for bad players. Okay, I used it. The weapon used to be incredibly underpowered, but after some boring buffs, it's decent now. It's not that good. The only reason why I use this over shotgun and flaggun is because it's better at doing chip damage from afar. For close range damage, I just use flamethrower. The weapon is good at spamming choke points and lit a few people on fire. That basically forces the opponents to go back for HP, and it's really good that opponents will fall back just to get some HP because of the afterburn. Afterburn is so good. To make this weapon to my liking, you will remove the mini crits. You don't need them because they're boring and useless, and replace them with a higher afterburn damage. 5 damage to take would be fine. With old pocket pistol, you took 5 damage afterburn, and I tell you, 5 damage afterburn is a lot. It's annoying. So remove the mini crits, make it 5 damage afterburn, and I'm really happy. Number 5. Panic Attack. I have earlier used the Panic Attack as a joke weapon in lower divisions. Before the big buff, with the new big buff, it's a pretty good burst weapon, but mostly only in close range. Though I gotta say, the spread increase is really annoying. But I guess it needs some kind of penalty. I do think shotgun is better, or risk ranger if you play payload defense, but it has its place. For example, if you fully reload and go on a heavy 1-on-1 and do 300 damage, if you hit all the shots, of course, that's amazing. A reason why it's not used, it's because it used to be a joke weapon. Like it was just a joke. No one would use it, but no more. You can keep 4 shots loaded and then burst all of the damage everywhere. It's amazing. Number 4. Widowmaker. Widowmaker is my to-go weapon on payload maps, offense only. You have infinite ammo from the card, so why not just spam in one and let the card give you your ammo back? Yes, there will be some situation where the card is too far away from reach, but you don't care because, of course, your aim is good enough to get all of your ammo back, right? As an ninja, you don't really fight that much, so it's okay, it's fine. And even if you lose all of your ammo, you still have your pistol to finish off, unless you're using regular. Then you have your team, right? While not a lot of people use this weapon, there are some few who use this. It's pretty rare, but I've seen some players use this weapon on 5CP and such, so it's still uncommon, but more common. Mostly combat in G. And also, even if you're not by the card, you usually have a scout with you, right? Both of you trying to cap the card. Maybe not. Number 3. Short Circuit. Short Circuit used to be my secondary payload offense before the OP buff, because then it got banned in competitive. RIP. But now it's basically back to normal and it's all decent again. I myself like to be passive in G on payload offense, so Widowmaker Short Circuit, yes! It's my favorite combo. This weapon is really good at removing spam from card. Soldier spam rockets, short circuit the hell out of it. Scout coming to stop the card, get help from your other scout. He's gone, use your Widowmaker. If both the soldier and demo man is spamming you, you're in trouble. Though you shouldn't even be at the card if they're both spamming at the same time. So, it's okay. I guess the reason why people don't want to use this weapon is because you can't be aggressive with it. It's first on the list because it's pretty good, but not a lot of people use it. Also, it just doesn't have long range and it'll be pretty hard to use, I guess. I don't play NG that much. What do I know? Let's go on. Number 2, Flamethrower. This is second on the list because compared to how many people use Degreaser, this is underused. Almost everyone uses Degreaser, even after the nerf. Yeah, I do see some flamethrowers now and then. Flamethrower is the most common weapon on this list, but still second on this list. Afterburn is super important, and 1 damage afterburn from the Degreaser is garbage. If I get burned from the Degreaser, I just ignore the damage because it's so small. But when I get hit from a normal flamethrower or Scorcher, I'll stop, look for HP, and this is very important to stop momentum. Also, the meta can regen out of the Degreaser afterburn. I myself don't know why people still use Degreaser. I don't care about the weapon switch. I know that people like to air blast, weapon switch, the flare gun or shotgun, and then pew pew. But shit, you don't need that. I use Afterburn to stop momentum. The reason why this weapon is second on this list and not first is because the next weapon is even less used and even more fun. Number 1, Righteous Bison. I think this weapon is amazing, though it depends a lot and damn lot on the soldier playstyle. For me, I'm the guy who never rocket jumps and do sick bombs. To tell you how good this weapon is, I can tell you that I just need to brag a bit, okay, fine. I watched second top damage in a Highlander mid scrim. Small Highlander mid, everyone can do that. Not everyone. I'm sure there's at least one guy out there who top damaged. Anyways, it's a damn good spam weapon, and it cannot be reflected. If you can aim with it, you can two-shot a scout close range. Another thing about this weapon is that the hitbox is huge, humongous. The only problem with this weapon is that basically everyone thinks this is a joke weapon. Fish you. Just because you can't use it doesn't mean that it's bad. Okay, maybe. People thought the same about the Beggar's Bazooka and Loose Cannon, but then they found out they're actually good. Until they left Loose Cannon. Just you wait. In the year 2000 XX, everyone will use direct hit Bison. Trust me, it'll happen. So yeah, that's my top 7. And if you disagree, feel free to comment. I'll remove it. But before you leave, here's some honorable mentions. The Cowmangler. The Cowmangler would be one of the most underused if it wasn't for its slower reload speed. The old lock and load. Back then when the lock and load was OP, no one used it. I have no idea why, but people just... I even went lock Knight every game and did well for a demo I can be. It was basically a one-hit kill on lower HP classes. Stupid EU players doesn't want to abuse unlocks. Alright, that's it. Goodbye. The weapon is good at spamming small checkpoint. The weapon is good as... Fuck me.